There was a man who lived almost his entire life in failure. No one read his books. The woman he loved rejected his marriage proposal. His health deteriorated to the point that there were days he couldn't get out of bed. And for the last 11 years of his life, he lived in a state of complete madness, no longer recognizing himself. But that same man wrote one of the most powerful ideas in the history of philosophy about how to transform suffering into strength. His name was Friedrich Nietzsche, and what he left behind can completely change the way you view your own failures. Have you ever applied for a job and received 20 not suitable responses? Or started something, a small business, a creative channel, a relationship, and watched it fall apart, while others seemingly doing the same thing succeeded easily? That feeling is very specific, not a fleeting sadness. It's a question that keeps repeating in your head: is there something wrong with me? Nietzsche spent his life trying to answer that question, not with abstract theories, but with his own life full of setbacks. At the age of 24, Nietzsche became the youngest professor ever appointed at the University of Basel, Switzerland, a start anyone could dream of. But then everything began to fall apart. His health deteriorated severely. He was forced to relinquish his professorship. The book that would later become one of the most important philosophical works of the century was almost unsold upon its publication. He lived most of his remaining life in solitude, moving from town to town, almost unrecognized. And it was from this solitude and failure that his most profound thoughts were born.
What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, but not automatically. You've probably heard this saying before. It's repeated so often it's almost become a cliché, printed on t-shirts, Instagram captions. But there's an important part that most people miss. Nietzsche didn't say that suffering automatically turns into strength. He said it can if you know how to transform it. Imagine two people being fired on the same day from the same company. The first person goes home, closes the door to their room, and repeats the same story in their head. I'm useless. I'll never find a better job. The second person is also hurting, also disappointed, but their story is different. This is a sign to do what I really want, something I've put off for too long. The same event, two completely different outcomes. The difference isn't who hurts less. It lies in how each person tells that story to themselves. Amor fati, embracing fate. Nietzsche had a Latin concept that he considered a guiding principle for his entire life. Amor fati, embracing fate. Not enduring adversity and suffering, not stubbornly accepting it as a form of helplessness, but actively embracing every part of your life, even the worst parts, as an essential, inseparable piece of the story you are living. Think about an old failure of your own, something you once wished it hadn't happened. Looking back now, did it teach you something that no other way could have taught you? Amor fati doesn't ask you to like suffering. It only asks you to stop fighting with what happened and start asking, who has it created in me today? Creating your own value. Nietzsche's strongest criticisms was about people living by standards of success defined by others. What title is considered successful? What age is considered stable? What amount of money in a bank account is considered sufficient? He called those who blindly followed those standards not truly living their own lives. What Nietzsche proposed wasn't easy. He didn't say, just do what you like and everything will be fine. He said, have the courage to define success in your own way, even if it means you won't be understood or recognized by many. That's exactly what happened to him. He died with almost no one knowing the true value of what he wrote. But he never stopped writing by his own standards.
I want to tell you about one of my own failures. 3 years ago, I left a stable job to do what I truly wanted. I told everyone I had a clear plan. The truth was, I had nothing except a vague belief that everything would be all right. It wasn't. 6 months later, my savings were depleted. The project I poured my heart and soul into completely failed. Almost nobody noticed it. I had to go back to applying for jobs. And in interviews, I had to explain that 6-month gap with a story that sounded far more plausible than the truth. There were nights I lay staring at the ceiling, wondering if I had just destroyed the best opportunity of my life. At that time, I didn't see Almar Fati anywhere. I only saw ruin. But looking back, through today's eyes, those 6 months of failure taught me something that stable job could never have taught me. The true feeling of taking full responsibility for my own choices, not blaming anyone, with no safety net behind me. I don't think I would choose that path again if I had the chance, but I also no longer see it as a mistake to be erased. It's the piece that made me who I am sitting here, telling this story to you. Nietzsche didn't leave us a formula to avoid failure. He left us a different perspective on what we've always considered the enemy. Failure isn't the end of your story. It's the raw material. And you are the only one who can choose how to shape it. Before we end this video, I want to ask you one thing. Which of your failures, looking back, turned out to be necessary? Leave your answers in the comments. I'll read them all. See you on the next journey with Void Wander.